Once you complete your submitter profile and log in, you will be taken to a landing page with important dates and some information on our 22 highlighted themes. Click here to begin a new scholarly session. Please enter your session title as well as type. Click Submit. Now you will be taken to your task list page. Please pay close attention to the blue box at the top, as on each page we have given you great information on what you need to review and consider as you're filling out your tasks. Your first task is submission guidelines through to acknowledgement of attendance and recording. Please complete the task in order. Click Submission Guidelines and then the Submission Guidelines button. This will populate a document of your full submission guidelines. This is a step-by-step guide that will walk you through submission. We recommend that you keep this up as you are going through your submission, as it has some great tips. Click Continue to Tasks, and you will notice that a green check mark shows that the first task is complete. Now click Acknowledgement of Participant Requirements. This is a statement that as a submitter, you understand that all participants must complete their participant information, COI, and acknowledgement before you are able to submit. Since this is a new regulation, we ask that you understand and click that you acknowledge and then click Submit Agreement. Now you will have 2 check marks. Great, remembering that green check marks indicate a task is complete. Click Session Description. Give us a quick description that will be published to the program, including any speaker presentation details. Once you've submitted, click Continue. Click Learning Objectives and enter your 3 learning objectives for your session. All objectives should start with an action word. It is easy to use complete the sentence. Upon completion, participants will be able to, and then enter your first action word for Learning Objective 1. Once you've done so, click Continue. Participant information is task 5, and it is the first task that is dependent upon your participants. We have some great information in the blue box that will walk you through this step. Now, you will notice that as the submitter, you are listed at the bottom already as a participant and that your profile is complete. So the first thing we do is edit your submitter profile. Some of your information will have been moved over, and then your DEI as well as member information needs to be filled out. Once you've filled out all these fields, click Continue. If for any reason you are something along with the submitter, so for instance, you're also the submitter, a speaker, and a chair, you can do this by editing your profile, going down to role, clicking the corresponding roles, and clicking Continue. Next up is entering your participant information after your profile has a green check indicating that it's completed. To get started entering your participants, we recommend that you have a separate document that lists each participant name, first name, last name, and email, as well as their role, the duration and title of their presentation, and the order. So for instance, say that I am the first speaker and I've already listed my account. Now let's say that Kelly Gordon is my second speaker. At this point, we want to enter Kelly, indicate that she is a speaker, and click Add Participant. Now you will notice that Kelly is listed as a speaker and that I can invite her. Once I click Invite 2 times, Kelly will receive an email that asks her to complete her COI profile as well as acknowledgement. So that one invite button prompts her to complete the 3 tasks that are required. Now at this point, you would think that you would click Save Participants, but you are going to get an error that says Kelly, since she has an incomplete profile, is incomplete and you cannot move forward. So at this point, you are waiting for Kelly to complete her profile. But in the meantime, click Task, go back to your task list, and we're going to open your COI disclosure. You will notice that you are at the bottom and that you can edit your profile filling out the information. Now, I'd already done mine, but this is a good example of what you'll be filling out. Please do so and click Submit. Now you will see that you have a green check mark and that we're still waiting on Kelly to complete hers. So you will go up to Tasks, and go back to your task list. Click Presentation Titles and Duration. You will notice that we have some information once again in the blue box. That is helpful. And now I've got both of my speakers, myself as a speaker chair and Kelly as a speaker. I'm going to edit my information, listing my presentation title as well as the duration in minutes. You're going to click Continue and a green check mark will show. Now, this is a place where I can actually edit Kelly's information. I'm going to enter Kelly's presentation title and her duration as well, clicking Continue. Your total minutes that you list altogether added up in duration of minutes should total 90 minutes. Click Complete Task and you will notice that you now have a green check mark beside presentation titles and durations. Back on your task list, you will click Scholarly Session Questions. These are questions that we require you as the submitter to fill out. Once again, a red star indicates a required field. Once you have filled out all the required information, click Continue. Finally, you will fill out your acknowledgement of attendance and recording. Notice that your form is listed to complete. This is your acknowledgement that if you are accepted, all presentations will be required to be pre-recorded and submitted to a PAS in advance of arrival. And you will also be expected to attend in Denver and present. Once you have entered your acknowledgement, please type in your name and click Submit Agreement. A green check mark will indicate that your form is completed. We are still waiting on Kelly to complete her form, and if you click Complete Task, you will get an error message that Kelly must complete in order for you to complete the task. At this point, click Tasks. Now, we have all of our check marks except for the 3 that are dependent on Kelly completing her information. At this point, all of your information is saved and you can close the window. Once your participants have completed their COI, participant information, and acknowledgement of attendance and recording, you will receive an email as the submitter, indicating that they have done so individually. At this point, you will log back into the system and you will click each individual task that is dependent on your participant, see that their form is completed, and complete the task. At this point, you will see 9 corresponding green check marks. Click Continue to submit, and then finally click the Submit button. Once you see the green box at the top that says thank you for completing your submission, you will see that you have completed your submission. Now, at the bottom, I have several of these incomplete submissions, but I see that my status of my test message, which was the submission that I've been walking you through now, has been completed and the date and time it was done so. You can resend your scholarly session confirmation email to your email as well. Thank you so much for submitting.